together go live on YouTube. Yeah. So thank you for joining me, or thank you for watching me on replay. Whatever you're doing, I'm going to start. And yeah, to start, and give myself a moment to settle and anyone to join, and then I'll get started. So today we are talking about keeping safe in baby carriers in the warm weather. And while I scheduled this a while ago, I clearly timed it just right, because literally it finally feels like summer in London. It's taken forever for summer to get to us, but it finally feels like we're there. So I thought I would come on today and talk you through all the things you need to understand about keeping you and your baby safe in the warm weather. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing to think about is layers. So any single layer is going to be a layer. It's going to effectively add a layer, and it's going to add a little bit of warmth. As is having you and baby being so close to each other, that heat sharing between you is going to feel like another layer. So effectively, by baby wearing in warm weather, we have kind of added 2 layers. So we really might need to think about what layers we can take off. So I'm dressed in a very light, thin dress, which is one of the coolest things I own, and even unbutton some buttons at the top to make it a little bit cooler if I want to. And for my baby, I might, if it wasn't too hot, I might go with quite long, thin layers to protect the sun. But if it was really warm, I can take this off, and baby can be all the way in a vest, or even just a nappy and vest, or just a nappy. So let's strip off the layer of baby. So probably do this with slightly more time than a little bit. So yeah, we can be just in a nappy, and if that brings you don't like the feel of hot skin against hot skin, baby's chest against your chest, we can then take a muslin or something to keep us cool and dampen that bit between me and baby. But actually, very often, just will feel nice and cool for just having those layers off. And then I get this sling back around us. The next thing to think about is how we're going to protect their skin from the sun and shade. So let's click you in. One method that I get asked about a lot is, obviously, a lot of carriers do come with clips like this one. So one thing in theory you could do is you could use this as a sunshade. I actually don't massively recommend this, and the reason for that is you can see how it reduces airflow. It reduces airflow in the carrier. Now, studies in prams have shown that using a muslin or some kind of cover to cover and create shade over a pram or a buggy actually increases the temperature for baby and actually decreases oxygen. So the cover's not recommended at all with prams. While there haven't been studies in baby carriers, it's not a massive leap to assume that actually this is going to do the same thing. By reducing airflow, you're actually going to get more heat build up and potentially less access to oxygen, or less oxygen rich immediate environment around baby's face. So I actually prefer not to use the hoods that come with carriers, or not to use them for that. Actually, this carrier, I love to roll it up on the back of the neck for a bit of additional neck support, but I tend not to use it as sunshade. Instead, the best form of shade would be to pop a hat on baby. I've only got a toddler hat, for some reason it doesn't really fit my baby, but an appropriate size hat on baby, and they'll get some shade from the hat without blocking oxygen flow in their airways. Or if baby doesn't love the hat, then there are other methods, like I could choose a very large hat for myself, and that might create some shade for me and baby. Hello! You can't hear me. Oh no, that's terrible. Let me see. Okay, microphone is on. No voice. Can you hear me now? This is a problem. Let me see. My microphone is on. big problem. Right, okay, well, if you can't hear me, this is not great. I'm going to have to go and come up with a plan because not sure why it's not working. I don't know if it's that I'm soft or it's not working at all. My microphone is on. Oh, okay, literally just a shoddy connection. Again, I'm going to try and talk as loud as I can, and I'm going to crack on, but I'm going to make a plan for next time to hopefully iron out the bugs. So, and also when we're watching on replay, hopefully it will come up with subtitles, which will make it a bit easy. It is a fake baby. Yes, it is a fake baby. And I will get on to breastfeeding, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. In my order. So we were talking about creating shade. So yeah, you might be able to take a hat for you. Or a better option would be a big sun umbrella. So a big sun umbrella would be a fabulous option, or a parasol. You can get them, and then you can literally shade all of the baby and you without having to worry about hats falling off and so forth. Or if you are preferring a hat, and you're using a hat, we can then protect the legs either by tucking a muslin. So I could tuck a muslin here and it hang down, or I could use something like Moo baby leg warmers to protect the legs. These are really, really, really lightweight, really, really thin. So a fabulous option for protecting legs. And then, of course, we're talking about shade. We want with shade. That's another way of keeping safe, is making sure you stick to the shade where possible. So when walking with my own children, I would cross the road to walk on the shadier side. I would plan a route. I might go a longer way to plan a route that I knew would be more shady to keep us cool. Or if I had a big sun umbrella, then I'm literally taking my shade with me. And then we can think about ideas to keep us cool. Cooling aids. So I talked about we could put a muslin between me and baby to try and keep it cool down. Or I can take, I can wet the hat. So one trick I used to like do with my son, he always got a very sweaty head, was I'd run the hat underwater, under the tap, wring it out, and then that would help cool them down a little bit. This is also a trick I do for me. And then, of course, we're going to get into the really obvious things, staying hydrated. So that's super important for, firstly, me. If I can stay hydrated, that's going to help my temperature regulation. And studies have shown that your body will literally lose temperature where baby is touching them to try and keep baby cool. And to do that, you need to be hydrated, because hydration helps with your thermoregulation. But also, if you are breastfeeding baby, you may need to do this more often. So you're going to need to drink more, not only for you, but also for baby. And they're going to need breaks, and they're going to need to be fed. They're going to need to drink more often. And depending on the age or stage of baby, whether or not you're breastfeeding them or bottle feeding them, they may need more regular feeds. And if they're older, they may need water too. All of the obvious things. So before I carry on with other options, let's talk around. Awesome. Okay, just coming around. Okay, cool. So not many more questions. Yes, it is definitely a fake baby. My real babies are at school today. So we just have the fake ones today. So next, we talked about staying hydrated. I talked about taking regular breaks. So that's going to be for your comfort and baby's comfort, give them a chance to kick around. With my own children, I remember just building in extra time so that if we all got a bit hot and bothered, we could just take some time, could roll out the change mat and kick around under the tree. And then we can also think about other ways to make this cooler. So one way is carrying baby in the front is going to feel quite hot. A way that might feel cooler is to move baby to the hip. And that off center, being less tummy to tummy, will often feel cooler for both of you. So I can literally move my baby to my hip, and then I instantly feel a bit less bit less hot, bit less, because I just have my chest open, and it's a bit less hot for baby as well, and less against me when I'm really radiating heat. So we can hip carry depending on the age and stage of your baby. Generally, babies can do this once they've got a little bit of neck strength, generally from about 3 months or so. Or for an older child who's 6 months plus, we could bring baby onto our back. And again, that's going to feel a lot cooler for us. So, yeah, these are my real big top tips on staying cool. I'm sorry if the connection has been a bit rubbish, and I'm sorry if the volume hasn't always been great. I am going to be upgrading some stuff ready for next time, so hopefully it won't be as bad. And next time I'm going to talk about carriers. So I've focused on things you can do to try and keep safe, no matter what your carrier is. But next time I'll talk about what my top pick carriers are if you're looking for one that is cooler. But I should say, summer in Britain never lasts very long. Making these little tiny, quite obvious changes I've talked about can make more of a difference than having a cooler carrier per se, because after all, the hot thing is that having a baby against you. Actually, a carrier being slightly thicker or slightly less thick makes less of a difference compared to actually just having a baby on you. If you have any questions at all, please do comment them below. Let me just check if I've had any more come in. Okay, cool. Yeah, just please comment them below and I will get back to you another time. All the best. Bye.